You was not allowed in the concession stand.
Because you're black?
I know that there is a God, and it's not me.
Let me ask you a question.
All right?
Did you have any knowledge pertaining to your black history as you was a child coming up?
That's what we call attention span deficit disorder.
This used to be the famous, we would go to the famous or either go to the Carver. The Frolic was right across the street right here. Okay? The Frolic was across the street on that side.
So it was just old and they tore it down?
Well, we had all kinds of black businesses on the other side of the street before they built the federal building. So we had cafeterias. They had Brown Studio where we would come and take pictures. On the corner of 17th Street and 5th Avenue North was Willie Mae's Cafeteria. Willie Mae's had a hamburger place in business for us to come and get hamburgers because when that Willie Mae's was built over here, we couldn't go to McDonald's and all of that. Okay, we wasn't, you know, the first McDonald's was over on 6th Avenue and 18th Street South, where they have the UAB Women's Center. That was where the first McDonald's in the city of Birmingham was built. Okay? The Lyric Theater is the one where we could not go to the concession stand because it was a white theater. You was not allowed in the concession stand.
Because you're black?
Now, we weren't black back then. I want y'all to realize we was colored folks.
Colored?
They didn't call us black.
I'm doing fine, darling.
Not.
Because if you wanted to fight, walk up in my face and call me black.
Oh, you ain't like black?
That was a big fight.
Ooh, so black wasn't popular back then.
If you really wanted to fight, call me black. And especially a man.
So if a white person couldn't call y'all black?
No, and even us.
Oh.
We didn't call each other black among each other.
Wow.
Because it causes a fight.
Wow.
Okay? Your old black thing, boy, if you say that you talking about a fight, you was gonna have one.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Wow.
We was called colored folks then. Okay, on my birth certificate, it has me as colored.
Whoa.
It don't have black on there. It don't have African American on there. It has
Color.
color.
Yeah, that's fine.
So when y'all, so the theaters out here, you were saying?
The theater, the Lyric Theater, we had to go up 3 flights of stairs that was on the outside of the building on the corner of 3rd Avenue and 18th Street North.
So y'all had like 3 or 4 theaters in the area
Yes.
during that time?
Yes, we had 3 theaters for the blacks.
So what year around that period of time?
Late 50s, early 60s.
Okay.
Surely during the civil rights movement.
Right.
The Lyric. This is the Lyric.
Oh, right around the corner.
And we had to go all the way up in the top green door on that building now. We had to go up to that door. On the other side of where it says Lyric, the favorite player,
Right.
that one on the right side of the sign is where the stairs, they took those stairs down.
Whoa, y'all had to walk way up
We
there?
had to go way up there. And that guy was standing right up under that bottom where the awning is over the door.
Yeah.
He was standing right there with his back up against that wall.
Yeah.
And we would have to, he would go to that concession stand in the front. We had to bring our money down, and in order for us to get popcorn, sodas, and bring it to us, and then we have to climb all back up them steps and go in that door up there.
Oh my goodness, that's high up. What's that, like 100 feet, ain't it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but we had to climb, and they had the stairs on the side of that building.
Man,
They
you
just took it down when they
remodel.
remodeled back here maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
So it's like a series of winding steps that you
Yes,
had to...
it was. It was like you see how those steps are coming down the back
Yeah,
back there.
the backs, yeah.
It was like that.
But they wind
We
it.
went up, and then you walked around, and you went up again. Then you walked around, and you went up again. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that's a lyric.
That looked like
And
100 feet.
we did not even think about going into the Alabama Theater.
So now it's down right there.
The Alabama Theater across the street. I know my first time going into the Alabama Theater was for the Barber of Birmingham. And we did the premiere. It was a premiere done that was held by Shirley Floyd, who was our business manager for the foot soldiers. And the producer, Robin Friday, was a producer of that documentary.
Hi, I'm Robin Friday, co-director of the short documentary, The Barber of Birmingham, foot soldier of the Civil Rights Movement.
If you can't fly, run to the folks. Tell them this too is your nation. You can't run.
I've always thought when I was growing up, the worst thing a man can do is nothing. When we started the struggle, I joined the struggle. I remember some terrible days. Yes, indeed. Things are changing. I said, a black man is the president of the United States. I mean, you say that to yourself. Black man, president of the United States.
And I've seen the promised land.
Most of us have heard about the leaders, Dr. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, but most people do not know of the foot soldiers. The thousands who are nameless, but who really made change in this country. I wanted to make a documentary, so I decided to take a trip to Birmingham because Birmingham is where so much of the civil rights movement took place. I went to Mr. Armstrong's barbershop. He had this barbershop since the 1950s. He cut Martin Luther King's hair 3 times. And after hearing all of his stories and his sacrifices, I knew that I wanted to tell this story through the lens of Mr. Armstrong. I was introduced to Gail Dolgen, who became the co-director of the film. We finished the film. We spent a year doing the festival circuits, going to many festivals around the country, and then an amazing thing happened.
Robin Friday is a first-time filmmaker who's been nominated for an Academy Award for her short subject documentary, The Barber of Birmingham.
The Barber of Birmingham is nominated for an Academy Award for Best Documentary.
Being nominated for an Academy Award was a great, great honor, one that we certainly never anticipated. But it really wasn't what Gail and I had envisioned for this film. Gail and I had envisioned this film being used for education. In the election of 2012, we are still facing disenfranchisement.
Well, busloads of Birmingham high school students came to the historic Carver Theater for a free screening of the documentary, The Barber of Birmingham. The filmmaker says this showing is just as important as that award because it's teaching.
We brought together 600 high school students in Birmingham, and we had 20 of the original foot soldiers there. And we screened the film, and then the foot soldiers told one by one of the sacrifices that they had made. And after the students heard these stories, we had tables set up outside for them to register to vote. And to hear from these youngsters who then ran to the tables to fill out their registration forms, that before they had seen this film and before they had heard these stories, they probably would not have voted. But this changed their minds. In October 2010, we lost Gail. She passed away from breast cancer. Gail and I made this film so that the efforts of Mr. Armstrong and others like him, all of the foot soldiers of the civil rights movement, so that their stories and their sacrifices would not be forgotten. Just because you get an Oscar nomination, which is a great, great honor, that does not mean that that paves the way for you to do everything that you want with the film. We still need to raise money to get this film into schools. We are building an educational campaign so that this film will be affordable to schools everywhere.
Dying ain't the worst thing a man can do. I often think about the worst thing a man can do. It's live for nothing. I want to live for a purpose.
Thank you so much for watching this, for supporting this film, for getting this film into the schools, and for continuing to teach our youth about this important history. Thank you.
The Barber of Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of history down here in this area.
Right.
I remember when it was Trailway bus station.
Or the restroom any fancier, or the air conditioning any cooler. And the windows will be small, but a bus is a bus. And that's nice. Because to discover America, you have to see America.
Wells Fargo Bank is now, that was the Trailway bus station. And the Trailway bus station is where the Freedom Riders came in.